Terica.
Meet Terica, a young educator working for a nonprofit in Plainfield, New Jersey. But don't be fooled by her meek appearance. There's a dancer rumbling inside of her, just ready for a breakthrough.
Dancing is something that I've loved my whole life, but I never really gave myself a chance to develop my skills.
So the RAHA Project enlisted her as their first candidate in search of happiness. With the help of a life coach,
because one of the things that I think is so important is to recognize you're created to be somebody amazing.
a dance mentor, and a team of RAHA soldiers. Terica will have to work hard and journey far to see her dreams come true. But will confronting the obstacles that life has thrown her way prove to be too tough for Terica? Or will she capture her internal rhythm and dance her way right into RAHA? We'll find out together on Journey to RAHA.
I love it. Well, Terica, here we are in Plainfield. Finally made it. I'm your life coach for your journey to RAHA. And did you get the package that I sent you?
Yes.
All right, so you got the Strength Finder?
Yes.
So before we met, I sent you this book because I wanted to have you take that test and learn what are your 5 strengths. And can you tell me what you came up with?
Individualization was one, restorative, adaptability, developer, and learner.
Okay. But as you begin, what is it that makes you excited about being on this journey to RAHA? Why did you decide to do this?
Well, dancing is something that I've loved my whole life, but I never really gave myself a chance to develop my skills in dancing.
Okay.
For different reasons. Sometimes it was monetary, other times it was just really self-esteem. Like, okay, can I do this right now?
Sure.
And most recently it's been monetary.
Okay.
So
So obviously dance is something that makes you happy, and there are obviously challenges to that. And so one of the things that we'll have to do is just look at how can we overcome some of those obstacles so that the things that make you happy can be part of your everyday. Are there other things that you're, just really passionate about?
Yeah, I'm passionate about my job and what I do.
What do you do?
I work with kids in an after-school program.
Okay.
So what I do, I am pretty hands-on with them.
Okay.
We come up with a lot of different projects pertaining to the different subjects that they study. We mostly supplement what they do during the school day.
Okay.
But we try to make it fun because who wants to be in school for 10 hours?
Exactly.
Plus,
As you look at, kind of who are the supports for you on your journey to RAHA, are there any people in your life that, you feel like really care for you or can be a support for you on this journey?
Yeah, my mom's a big support for me. Whatever I do, even if she doesn't agree with it, she'll support me. My sister is a support as well in a different way.
Okay.
Because she'll let me know when she doesn't agree. I don't know. She gives me a good swift kick in the pants. I'll say that.
We all need that every once in a while.
See, once in a while.
Yeah,
not
all the time.
Right.
Exactly. One of the things that I think is so important is to recognize you're created to be somebody amazing. And so those strengths that you have are so unique to who you are. And they're going to really help you on this journey. So I know you were saying you really love to dance and you're ready to jump right in, but I think it's important just before we jump into those things that bring you joy, that we talk about why it is that you haven't been taking the leap or dancing or doing those things.
There have been a few things. In 2008, I lost my job. So actually even before that, because there was a point where I was teaching dance, both at my job and at a separate dance school. But my job became more demanding and it became about different things. So I got really bogged down by that. It took a lot of my spirit. I shrunk inside of myself.
So I'm wondering, like, take me from like that experience to how did you adapt and get to where you are today? Like,
Okay, so I lost my job. It was about August 2008, and I was like, oh, I'll find another job. Got another interview right away. I was like, oh, this is great. I'll be fine. Got the job. Had another interview. I was like, okay, this will be great too. And I was like, okay, I'm working part-time, but I'll find a full-time job. And so, this is great. And then the interviews stopped coming, and no one was calling back, and I couldn't do unemployment right away, so I was just straight going through my savings, and it's like, oh, I'm fine because my savings are here, and oh, now they're here, and so everything just kind of went down. And about the summertime, that's kind of when I hit bottom.
Okay.
Like,
it's hard.
and I didn't think I could do it anymore. But I knew I had to. And it's funny how things just happen for a reason, and they happen on time. Because I was talking to some of my swing sisters on Facebook, and it turns out, I was talking to two of them, and it turns out they were going through something at the same time too. And we hadn't talked to each other in so long, but that came up. And so we just told each other, you know what, we're gonna be a support system for each other. And we're gonna blog about it.
Like you said, things, people, circumstances come into our life when we need them. And so you hit rock bottom, but you were stronger, you were more amazing than you knew, and were able to kind of get yourself to a different place. And, just to work through that, I think is something that while you're on your journey to RAHA, we can bring to the next steps. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with me. I think it's a powerful story that you shared, and I want to share something with you. Okay, and if you can just join me over here, I'll show you what I brought. I know that I'm a visual learner, so I wanted to bring a few things that I can leave here with you. And one of your goals, I know, is to demolish your fear and insecurities. So this is just a little reminder that, when fears creep in, that you're going to name them and park them here. So if, something comes up and you notice that you're being fearful or insecure, I want you just to get in the habit of naming what those things are and when they rise up. Because once you recognize your fears, what happens is you're able to really then focus on your strengths. And I love this idea of being strong, being yourself. These are all things that really make you the amazing Terica. But one thing that I'm noticing is that people notice your strengths, but I don't know that you always name them. So one thing that I'm going to ask you to do, your first challenge, is going to be to take this, and I love Post-its, I use them for everything. I don't know if you use them in the classroom. Okay, so you're familiar with them. So what I'm going to ask you to do is be sure to come up with 5 affirmations for yourself. And what happens when we name our strengths and start using them is that our dreams can explode. So just today I've heard you talk about a couple different goals and dreams that you have for yourself. I know you want to, really work on your savings. You talked about your physical health. Your family's important, so taking time to really visit them. And I'm sure you have other goals or things that you want to work on. But can you pick one, either one of these goals or another goal that you have that we're gonna start with?
This one.
Rebuild your savings?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a really huge goal. But you're right, we're gonna move something down here, and that's what we're gonna focus on this week. But rebuild savings is like so big. So we need to break that down into smaller tasks. So if you were rebuilding your savings, what are some of the things that we would see? What would you be doing?
First, paying off debt.
Pay off debt, okay. So on here, that's gonna be one of your smaller tasks. What can you give this week?
I'm hoping I can give 500 for this week.
500 this week. Wow, you really are jumping right in. That's awesome. Okay, so you're gonna move forward on your goal by picking one of your debts and paying 500 toward it. That's gonna be a huge step forward. So why don't you go ahead and put that on one of your behaviors for this week, okay? Your next task, okay, is gonna be to do just this. Under each goal, you've got a lot of other post-its because 500 is gonna move that task forward so far, okay? And so that's what you're gonna work on this week. So when you pay that $500, you're gonna move it over here, okay? Just some of them that I heard today. You own a home, you're a college graduate, and you have a promotion at work. Those are 3 great accomplishments, and you're gonna add more, okay, to move forward on your goals. And then you're gonna pick which accomplishment you're most proud of as you journey through RAHA. One of the things that I've done all today is ask you a lot of questions, and you've given a lot. This is my first gift, and I have another because this is my first time meeting you. And so here's something for you.
Thank you.
And you may want to sit down to open it just because there's a lot of little things in there.
This is funny.
But I like presents, and I've been listening to you today.
Here's to working with kids.
That brings you joy.
Be positive for yourself and others.
So those are going to get added to your mirror. For your calendar or wherever, so that those tasks you break down.
Here's to a deep belly laugh or two.
That's what RAHA is all about.
Here's to saving up, squirrel away. Is this chocolate?
It is. I love chocolate too, that's good. And that goes with that.
Okay. Shine your gifts and every once in a while sparkle.
So we're gonna move your gifts to a sparkle. I like to wear this just because it sparkles, but you are gonna have one of your own. One more thing in there.
Be happy.
Because that's what it's all about. Finding your RAHA.
Next time on Journey to RAHA.
I really can't wait until you can see what we see.
Never
It's a lifelong journey.
It feels like jumping from the airplane again.
Last couple of years, like you haven't had a moment to really give back to your parents.
Do you accept the challenge?
Well, do you accept the challenge?
Yes.